Here are two methods for finding common denominators. First, is prime factoring. We've been working on our prime factoring, and you can ask your students on how to use or how to create a prime factoring tree. We just did that today. The other method is to cross multiply. And I'll go over both of those methods right now. Here's an example of prime factoring. I have 1/14 plus 2/7. Well, I know that 7 will go into 14 by a factor of 2. So all I have to do is multiply by a factor of 2. Anything I do to the bottom, I have to also do to the top. So I'm going to rewrite the problem down here. I've got 1/14 plus, and then 2 times 2 is 4. 7 times 2 is 14. Now that I have a common denominator of 14, I can add the top and get the solution to the problem. 1 plus 4 is 5/14. Because I have an odd number in the numerator, I can't reduce this fraction anymore. The other method, another method for finding common denominators is to cross multiply. I have two examples here, one with addition and one with subtraction. So I know since 5 won't go into 7, 7 won't go into 5, and I can't think of easily a factor that both will fit into, I'm just going to cross multiply to save time. So I'll take the 5 over here. I know if I multiply these two together, I can get a common denominator, and I'll show you how that works. I'm going to multiply 1/7 times 5 over 5. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 times 7 is 35. Notice anything I do to the top, I have to do to the bottom, and vice versa. So over here, I'm going to bring the 7. One times 7 is 7. 5 times 7 is 35. So I have 5/35 plus 7/35 equals 11/35. Let's look at that again here. I know that 7 will not go into 9 evenly, so I'm going to cross multiply. So I'm going to multiply the 9 over here. Nine times 3 is 27. 7 times 9 is 63. And over here, I'm going to bring the 7. Seven times 9 is 63. 7 times 4 is 28. So I'll rewrite it down here. 28 63rds minus 27 63rds equals 1/63. So you'll notice this is one way to do it. Either keep the problem as is and move right and left, and then rewrite it down here. Or you can move left and rewrite it over here. Either way, you're taking the denominator from one and multiplying it by both sides of the other. So I'm taking the 5 and multiplying it by both the 1 and the 7. Those are the two methods for finding common denominators: prime factoring and cross multiplying. The worksheet that students are doing tonight looks like this. So right off the bat, I have one that 5 will not go into 7 evenly. So what do you think I'm going to do? Well, I'm going to cross multiply this one. So I'll rewrite it over here. 4/7 times 5 over 5 equals 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 7 is 35. So 20/35. And then I'm going to have to do this math over here. 3/5 times 7 over 7 equals 7 times 3 is 21. 5 times 7 is 35. So now I have put them both over a common denominator. I don't need to add or subtract or anything. I just wanted to find this common denominator. So same thing with the next one. I've got 1/3. I'm going to multiply by a factor of 2. I'm going to multiply by the opposing denominator. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. And then I've got 1/2, and I'm going to multiply it by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So now I have put them under a common denominator. And you see the numerators have changed as well because I had to change them by the factor that I multiplied by. All right, good luck.